Whoa, sorry. Hi. Whoa. It's really bright. It's early in the morning. I'm not any of those things. I also will start very Canadian. I just bit my cheek for like the third time in 2 days. So sorry in advance if we have to power through some impediments. Y'all in the front row, we're just gonna call you the splash zone. All right, I'm Clara. I am not a dev. I am a full-time, yay for not being a dev and all the people supporting devs here. I'm a full-time working, craft beer drinking meatitarian by day, Twitch broadcaster partnered by night. My favorite types of games to stream are retro and indie games, but not as a fast rule. And I also host Twitch Vancouver meetups at EXP Bar every couple of months, and we invite some devs to show up there and demo their games, hang out with us. And you can find me, if this ever works, yay! You can find me at the usual online beepity-boopities as Seriously Clara. So what are we going to talk about today? What did we get up at this unholy hour to discuss? We're going to try to answer some of these questions. What is Twitch and why should I care? What makes a game streamable? We may or may not get to this third part because I have no idea how to tell time when I write presentations, but how do I get involved? That may be a 2016 Full Indie Summit Part 2, we'll see. So we're gonna start with, what is Twitch and why should I care? I promise it's the only graphic I attempted. I suck at these things. All right, so go. There we go. Let's go back a little bit. I'm gonna just state up front, I am not a Twitch employee. I'm not here representing Twitch in any way, shape, or form. But the following presentation does have input from a lot of the Twitch community and Twitch staff. That being said, totally rip this right from their website. Twitch is the world's leading social video platform and community for gamers. Each month, more than 100 million community members gather to watch and talk about video games with more than 1.7 million broadcasters. Twitch's live and video on demand platform caters to the entire video game industry, including game developers, publishers, media outlets, events, casual content creators, and the entire esports scene. Stats. I'm not going to go over that, but you can just let that marinate a little bit. You're probably also asking yourself some very basic questions. Why do people stream video games? And why do people watch other people stream video games? I feel like I'm eating this. All right. Those are excellent questions that we will eventually get to. There we go. Why do people stream video games? It's fun. That's a no-brainer. It's social. Unlike pre-recorded video on, say, YouTube, there's a live chat that goes along with every stream where viewers can interact with each other and with the broadcaster. It's inexpensive, it's cheap. The platform itself, Twitch, is free to use, free to get into. There's some optional paid features, and the programs to stream from are also free, OBS and XSplit being the main ones, XSplit having paid options as well. And the starting hardware, almost nothing. Working computer or console to stream directly from, decent upload, microphone and camera, optional. And in some cases, it pays the bills. So some broadcasters have, in fact, made it their living. Once you get partnered by Twitch, you're entitled to royalties from ad revenue and from optional subscription fees from your viewers. On top of that, anybody can receive tips and donations from viewers at any time through services like PayPal. So why do people watch other people stream video games? This is a question I had no idea about. Even after I started streaming, I just did not get why people were there, and I just kept talking. but you'll find that it echoes a lot of what's above. Entertainment, so it's fun for us, entertaining for viewers. Sorry, I drink a lot of water. Not only are they getting to watch video games, something that they love anyway, they get a personality attached to it as well. Community, common interests, camaraderie, interaction. It's like being in the bleachers of a ball game, but everybody's actually talking, and the players talk back. Nicely, we hope. And it's free. You can watch 30, 60-minute shows on Netflix or cable, or hours of entertainment for no money at all. Discovery, what's out there to play, what's good, and many other reasons, which hopefully I'll touch on as we go along. So in a nutshell, dude plays your game. Other dudes watch that dude play your game. All the dudes talk about your game while it's being played live. And hopefully, you're one of the dudes watching and talking. The dudes then give you usable feedback, and maybe some of those dudes will end up wanting to fund, pre-order, or otherwise buy and play your game. I should also note that there are other types of streams besides video games. There's music, there's tournament shoutcasting, there's talk shows, Bob Ross. Some of you laugh, but he is being streamed right now posthumously, and there are over 60,000 people watching it right now, last I checked, and it is mesmerizing, mesmerizing. He just makes you think you can do it, but you really can't. It's just nothing but black rainbows. My entire childhood was just black rainbows. I should also clarify that I'll use the terms broadcaster, caster, and streamer interchangeably, and stream and channel interchangeably. And yes, to me, dudes can mean any gender. I'm on a team, one of the teams I'm on is called Types of Dudes, and it's all female casters. Don't ask. All right. So why should you care about Twitch? Easy one, exposure, publicity, visibility, even if it's just raising awareness or creating that awareness that your game even exists. Back in the day, I could have played every game ever, and I'm just waiting for the next Mega Man. Those days are gone. With how accessible making video games is today, from what I hear, I'm not a dev, but I hear it's a lot easier these days, we're inundated with choice, and we miss out on a lot of great options. Twitch has over 100 million unique viewers and over 1.7 broadcasters. There's got to be a few people in there interested in sharing your game with their pre-established audiences that are just waiting to be leveraged. If your game's not out yet, this is a really great way to build hype. And also, it's 2015. Why are we reading articles that are premeditated, possibly sponsored, when we can ask questions that we care about and get immediate direct feedback and a live demonstration? Free playtesting and drinking water. I don't think I need to sell you on the benefits of playtesting. You guys do it every full indie, your devs, bug testing, difficulty checks, etc. And from what I hear, most indie devs aren't exactly swimming in any money banks. So from what I hear, having a Twitch broadcaster playtest your game not only gives you direct feedback from the playtester, but also from all of their viewers who are also moonlighting constantly as backseat gamers. Annoying as hell for us, great for you guys. It's constantly, try this, do that, have you seen this over there? So we can definitely do all the things that maybe 20 playtesters can do for you in just one sitting. And I just lost my display. Technical difficulties. It's okay, we deal with this every single day. We're back, awesome. There are actually some really cool instances where I've had a dev sit and chat with me and I've broken their game in some weird way, because that is our gift as streamers. And they have live fixed it, got us to reboot their game, magically worked, tickety-boo. It's awesome. Next, profit, question mark, potential. So potential profit. I'm gonna sound really officious here and scroll down. Forbes article last year said, according to Nielsen, 92% of consumers believe recommendations from friends and family over all forms of advertising. The problem is that for the last few years, marketers have been focused on collecting and not connecting. So whether or not a viewer considers their broadcaster a trusted source or a friend, different discussion, but the community, the viewers at large, that's something more cohesive. So friendships, camaraderie built every day in chat, and people want to feel like they're part of something. So they'll watch sports, they'll watch you play a video game, they'll ride that hype train, they'll help back a Kickstarter, they'll buy your game. And I'm going to give you an example of a success story, if I can scroll down. The folks making Black Wake had a Kickstarter of a goal of $20,000. Hit $7,000, didn't succeed. One of the streamers, Bike Man, kept in contact with them and forged some friendships and partnerships with other larger streamers. Eventually got them to stream games where they're just playtesting and having fun live weekly. Passed it on to another coordinator to do that on a weekly basis. They kickstarted again at a goal of $7,000 and came in at $171,000 in pledges the second time around. What was their promo video the second time around? It was simply streamers playing Black Wake for themselves and showing genuine enthusiasm in the game. And lastly, gratification. If you made a game, I'm pretty sure you did it so other people can play it. Unless you're Davey Redden, in which case the jury's still out on that one, not really sure. Can't tell you how many times fellow casters and I have heard developers say, oh my God, that was so fun after a cast, hanging out with us, seeing live feedback, interacting directly with the audience. These are genuine reactions. They're not pre-recorded, they're not premeditated, and if a highlight happened out of the cast playing your game, those are emotions associated with your game, and people will remember that, and you were there to experience it with everybody else. So what makes a game streamable? Now that we know why a love affair between dev and broadcaster benefits everybody, this is the big question. Hint, it starts with an F. I heard something out there. Don't you guys go there. This is rated E for everybody. All right. What makes it streamable? So I asked a bunch of streamers over Twitch, Twitter, Discord, the VoIP that shall not be named, Skype. And this is what I got. This isn't even half of it. I just got tired of adding animations because it's brutal and I suck at PowerPoint. This is probably not a big surprise to you. The dating skeletons and pigeons may be a bit of a surprise. But in any case, what do you think is the determining factor? What makes a game streamable? Starts with an F. Obviously, it is fun. Fun. Do you like that? It just kind of punched you in the face there. I'm just going to do it a few times. That's so good. All right. So in the end, yes, the answer is always fun. It's not rocket surgery. Is your game fun? Is it fun to play? Is it fun to watch? Live broadcasters need to have genuine fun playing your game, and the viewers need to have fun watching it. They're also not dumb. They can tell when their broadcaster is faking it or if they're actually having real fun. So how do you make a game fun to stream? Streamability. I'm pretty sure I made up a word because every time I type into PowerPoint, I get that little squiggle underneath. It's really annoying. But what streamability is what makes a game fun to play and fun to watch. It means different things to different broadcasters, and what makes a game streamable to one broadcaster may actually turn another one off. So as an example, a voice actor, there are a lot of voice acting broadcasters, will prefer games with a lot of text so they can show off their skills. But someone who's more into action maybe gets turned off really, really quickly. General truth. Emphasis on the word general. It's not going to apply to everyone, but most likely will for most of the situations that you're going to find yourselves in. So you're probably not going to find yourselves marketing to speedrunners right away and esports types, that sort of thing. It's going to be a brand new scenario for a streamer who's never seen your game before and just trying it out. Streamers want to stay connected with their viewers. This is number one, this is key. Give streamers a chance to breathe during gameplay. Casters will frequently pause to glance over at the other monitor, check in with their viewers, and if you can help your streamers stay connected with their viewers, you in turn maintain a connection with those viewers yourself. So a good example, binding of Isaac in between rooms. Lots of action, but there's room for pause. Viewers want a chance to interact, whether it be with interacting with each other, with reacting to what they're watching, or directly playing with the streamer, or helping to customize things in the game, naming characters, picking paths, like in FTL, Faster Than Light. These days, you can even throw in some fancy Twitch Plays features where people in chat can actually influence your game with chat inputs. You can see examples in Choice Chamber, that's probably the biggest one, and Don't Starve Together. They actually put some of that in for the ROG DLC, I think it was, or expansion. Viewers like to know what's going on. A stream lasts hours. Viewers will come and go throughout, and they're gonna wanna know what's going on, what they missed, and by far the majority of Twitch viewers are what we call lurkers. They don't chat, they just watch and judge silently. That's what, and we have no idea if we've lost them or not, and you won't have any idea if you've lost them or not. Having visual effects, cues, any sort of on-screen indicators that show current status, progress. In Darkest Dungeon, you've got the red kind of stressy overlay, so you kind of know, oh, this is a tense moment sort of thing. Or just in general, how you're doing in a level. That goes a long way in saving a streamer from having to say the same thing over and over again, and also helps give those lurkers a way, with having a way to feel like they're participating. Streamers gravitate towards unique but familiar experiences. So originality is super, super valuable. People like to be pleasantly surprised, as always, but a classic mix of, wow, that's really neat, coupled with kind of like this other game is really attractive. So this applies to everything from game mechanics to visual style to storylines. Replayability equals rewatchability. I made up another word. So if you create experiences for casters and viewers by giving them, unique experiences for casters and viewers by giving them reason to keep playing or watch the same game more than once, whether it's by procedurally generated game elements, new difficulties, game modes, unlockables, multiple endings, speed run potential, you've got them hooked. So a good example, any roguelike ever. Reactions sell. That's a given. Cam isn't just there for decoration. It's another reason why people will watch the same game more than once with different broadcasters to see how that broadcaster reacts to your game. So you got the feels of, say, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, To the Moon, or really any successful scary game ever. Visually dynamic games grab attention. Again, I don't think this is a huge surprise, but the way it applies to Twitch is when you're browsing channels, it creates these thumbnails. So people decide, what do I want to watch? If you've got a game that constantly generates really nice thumbnails and screenshots, things that viewers can then also tweet out, I'm watching this person playing blah, and it's got an awesome screenshot, you're gonna grab people a lot easier. And it doesn't have to be amazing graphics, it can just be really stylized, just something that's really eye-catching. Ori and the Blind Forest, Transistor, and what was the other one? Bastion, Antechamber, really unique styles, easily grabbable. People are lazy. I am lazy. So don't make it hard for people to get into games or keep playing your game. That could be seamless learn-as-you-go systems, humor, upfront action, visual cues that kind of keep you going, or just simply elegant game design. People like to be rewarded. To explain this, I'm just going to throw in some adverbs. Instantly, frequently, extravagantly. Like Broforce. It's a good one. Blah, you've unlocked something. It's a really, really easy way to keep people interested. You don't have to do that, it's not everybody's style, but some challenging game elements. Why is this not moving? Technically, every game is streamable, depends on the caster and the audience, but here are some general things that'll give the majority of casters some pause. Again, there's a lot of choice out there. You want to kind of keep yourself up at their highest preference. Requiring the streamer to tunnel vision. So too long between action for breaks, difficulty too high, too much content relying on timed QTEs and sequences, things like that. Anything that requires a streamer to disconnect from their chats or for extended periods of time. And keep in mind that extended to you will mean something different to the caster. So 10 minutes of being stuck, probably not a long time to you, horribly, awfully long to a caster who has to fill in that space with commentary and try to figure out what to do next. And without chat interaction, it may as well just be pre-recorded YouTube videos. Being really, really, really long Variety casters are naturally predisposed to game switching at varying frequencies. A game that requires weeks to finish the first time, not going to be as attractive as one that has a realistically close ending. Overly complex mechanics, concepts, or UI. I don't think I need to really go too much into that. If it requires a lot of pre-reading, that's going to be a bit of a harder sell. Most casters also prefer to dive into their games for the first time with their viewers, completely blind. That's kind of the charm of Let's Plays. You also might get away with some steep learning curve if you build it in elegantly. Heavy dialogue, so whether it's written or voice acted, it still requires the casters to be away from their chats for significant chunks of time. Slow gameplay or story, just see people are lazy. Scenarios where players can be stuck for a long while without direction. I think I already talked about that. And mobile games. Streaming from a mobile device costs more money and effort than streaming from a computer or even a console. And for most streamers, the average caster, it's not really a good trade-off since PC and console have such huge libraries on their own. Although I have seen some mobile developers create streamable versions just to be able to stream it and show it off. So I want to reiterate that I'm not trying to tell you how to make games at all. By all means, follow your hearts, build the dream. But these are just some observations from the Twitch community, and nothing's really exception, of course. Struggled with how to end this on a positive note to complete the compliment sandwich. So just, you look nice today. You probably smell good too. Okay, we're coming close to 20 minutes, so I'm going to probably, this is the part that I thought we're just going to power through here, and if you have questions about that, I'll be available during the first break or lunch. How do I get involved? Don't let your dreams be dreams, don't let your memes be memes. Get intimate with Twitch. It's free. Just get in there. You don't even need an account if you don't want to chat, but of course I encourage you to do so. You can go there right now, twitch.tv. Don't do it now, though it's a lot of data, but do it when you're home. Figure out how the site works, read a few minutes of chats here and there, get familiar with the lingo, embrace the Craigasm, never the Kappa, hate the Kappa. But you will figure out the nuances. For instance, the streamer's cam typically appears in the lower corner. Is your game gonna miss out significantly if we cover up some of your UI there? Streamers typically can't stream at the max settings of your game, so as heartbreaking as that might be, you might have to deal with that. Things like that you'll learn. And too often I get, sorry, I'm a Twitch noob, which is fine, but explaining that over and over and over again for every developer that we work with, it does get a little bit tiring. Get intimate with broadcasters and teams. I wish I could talk forever about this because there's a lot of great resources, a lot of great teams that want to partner with you. They just don't know where to start. And there's a lot of you in this room right now. There's a lot of choice. So just reach out, which is the next one. Reach out. When you're in chat, talk to them. That is honestly one of the best ways to reach out to streamers. Once you find a streamer or a team that you think will like your game, that you think will do wonders for your game, talk to them while they're playing, while they're streaming. Continue. Stream. You can stream. It's free, it's cheap, all the reasons I said above, and it's fun. Get familiar with what it takes to get a stream up and running, the challenges the broadcaster faces, the culture, and you can stream whatever you want. Kevin Regami at Power Up Audio, get this, he speed runs Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. Who streams that? I don't know. But he knows Twitch way better than most other indie devs. And in fact, that's how we met. He was in my chat when I was streaming Necrodancer. And you can even stream game development. There's actually a game development category. And people will stream art, they'll stream programming, they'll even let viewers play test their games because they have some of their current builds online while they're streaming. Jesse of Slick Entertainment, that guy over there. He streams art for Viking Squad. And he says, let me see, I don't want to mess up what he said. Great morale boost, getting a bunch of new people excited about what they're working on. Viewers will throw out some ideas, and because he can work really fast, he can incorporate them right on stream. It's really cool. This is an interesting connection that you can't really have at a convention or in a development blog. You're also building a rapport, you're getting a relationship early on, and you're getting people to care about you, not just your game. Vlambeer also streams development of their game, Nuclear Throne. And as a bonus, if you sub to their channel, you actually get a copy of their game. No idea how they got that through to Twitch. You're going to have to ask them, but another cool way of doing it. And also, if you have a channel, you can build rapport. Easy, non-speaking rapport by hosting the channel of another stream who is playing your game. So that's just another way of, oh my goodness, the dev just hosted me for one viewer, but it doesn't really matter because they care and they're watching. Get on social media. I have no idea when I clicked that, but apparently it's already up there. There's no excuse not to be on social media if you've got a product to market. There's absolutely none. Twitter is king for the Twitch community. If you want to get in contact with anybody, their details are probably right on the Twitter profile. If you're going to stream, this is a definite must. Have you tried Discord? It's in alpha right now, but it's basically the app that all of us have moved on over to from TeamSpeak and Skype. It's amazing. It's got voice, it's got text, and it also connects directly to Twitch. Make it clear on Twitter, if Twitter's not the way to contact you, how to contact you. You can even break the mold and somewhere on your site or something, detail what it takes for streamers to contact you. What are the thresholds? What are the criteria? And I hope it goes without saying that if a broadcaster contacts you, try to get back to them. Most of the time, these broadcasters are reaching out on their own for the first time, and if they get nothing back, it's probably going to be the end of the asks from there. And lastly, try PR agencies, ? This will probably cost money, and the reception from streamers is mixed. Larger streamers sometimes prefer it because they prefer the single touch point. The rest of the streamers, they prefer the personal touch of being contacted by devs and getting to know your personalities. And there's also influencers out there. I call them that because that's what they call themselves, that who simply do it for the love of connecting indie devs with broadcasters. They were devs themselves usually, and they just want to continue that. And I see balloons dancing at me, so I'm going to just read what's on screen. What not to do? Nope, we're just gonna skip that. But don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. That's just mean. Pitfalls. Pre-order, early access, touchy reception currently. Won't go into that. Too much stock in one stream's feedback. It's obvious you're the dev. Follow your dream. Streamer game mismatch. Biggest streamers, not always the best. In fact, most likely not the best. Toxic or otherwise unsuitable communities. Do your research before you pick your streams. Tips. Playtest your game on stream. Watermark pre-release builds, please do that. You don't want to every 5 seconds, this game looks horrible, it runs really slowly, why is the water purple? Talk first, key later. This is the main one that I just want to spend 10 seconds on this. Don't just throw out keys and expect magic to happen. Talk to them first, hold the streamer accountable. Plan to be available during stream, follow up, follow your game category on Twitch, connect at conventions, but don't wait for the next convention or opportunity. We're just gonna keep doing this because the bubbles are coming closer and they're frightening me. TLDR. In summary, Twitch can offer you exposure, free playtesting, potential profit and gratification. No, he's doing it. Make your games fun to play, fun to watch. Mind those chat needs. Get into Twitch culture, build rapport and a symbiotic relationship with casters. Make Twitch part of your development and marketing strategy. Start today.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was perfect. Actually, we have a little bonus time, so we have time for some questions.
Oh, wow.
We got started a little early. So if you have a question, make your way to the mic and ask a question.
What's your favorite game to stream yourself?
Indie and retro games. My favorite game of all time is Chrono Trigger. I think my favorite games this year were Ori and the Blind Forest. And, there's so many. So many. Actually, I played A Story About My Uncle recently. I don't know why I really like that game. It's just the weirdest thing. I can't name them all. There's so many. Oh, Undertale. Oh, Undertale is so good right now.
When's the next TwitchCon meetup? Or
November 15th. twitchvancouver.ca is where you can find more information and hook up. There's currently over 80 people that are RSVP'd. We've announced it about a week ago.
If I'm just working on a little game, how hard is it to get people to play it and get noticed? Is it as bad as publishing something to the iOS App Store, or will people see something small?
Sorry, is it a mobile game? Is it an iOS game?
A mobile game or a PC game or anything. Like if I just want to throw it out there and get noticed, will people find it, or will it be a giant ocean and I'll be a drop in it?
There's going to be a giant ocean, but the good news for you is very few developers are actually reaching out to streamers. Very few people. That's why I'm here. Very few people even think of Twitch or streaming as part of their marketing strategy. So if you just reach out, just hop on Twitch, go into any game category, otherwise known as games, and find the ones that are similar to yours, and just reach out to streamers directly and chat. It's like the best way to do it. Just directly contact us. Oftentimes, we're the ones looking for you guys. It's our dream to talk to developers directly. Flip that around, and we'll listen.
Hello. I have a question about ownership. Do you see any conventions or norms or expectations in terms of if a developer takes footage from the stream and uses it for themselves or vice versa? Are there any kind of rules of the trade in what you can and can't use?
Always ask permission. I'm actually, there's a game called Knocked. They're doing Knocktober today. And they use one of my reaction videos directly from stream, and they ask permission. We're almost always happy. Yes, please use that. Because it benefits us as well. After a stream, that was one of the points, is definitely follow up. How did it go? What did you think? How do you think your audience was? How were your numbers compared to normal when you were playing our game? And can I use any of the footage? Can I show people what it's like to play the game? Absolutely use that. Like I said, Bike Man did that with Black Wake. And that promo video with Lyric, with, I can't remember who else he was playing with. I think I played it with him as well. Huge. That alone sold way more than, and here are all the features of this game. It was just people having fun. And their fans going, oh, wow, Lyric likes this, I'm going to like it too, sort of thing. So, yeah.
Can you see that streamers would deny permission? I guess what I'm saying, and not legally, not a lawyer-type question, but if you said, no, this is my stream, I don't want you to use it.
I haven't encountered a single situation when that happened at all. Yeah, our VODs are actually available for minimum 2 weeks. Sorry, video on demands, the recorded video. Our VODs are available for at least 2 weeks after a stream, unless we go in there and manually delete it. And we encourage other people to take from that. There's even an export to YouTube button on most streams.
Oh, right on, thanks.
Okay, I have a question.
No.
So variety streamers and dedicated streamers. Do indie games have any real chance at getting dedicated streamers?
Yes. It depends on who you talk to. There's a team called Main Menu, which some of you might be familiar with. They did the 100 Hours of Darkest Dungeon. They did the Necrodancer and that sort of those launch events. If your game sells itself, if you can sell yourself, then you can definitely get their attention. And other influencers. It's harder with dedicated streamers if they're partnered because they make a genuine living out of streaming. To break out of, say, for instance, Cobalt Streak streams primarily Binding of Isaac, but he likes other games too. He wishes he can do more. If you have a game that is really fun for them and you can convince them that this is just fun for you to play on your off time, absolutely. Streamers like that, Towley, he streams WoW constantly, but he will still do sub days where one day a week he plays just whatever. He just kind of throws caution to the wind. So you can absolutely get in on that. The best way that I've seen and from feedback from other streamers is that if you can get a lot of people just flood your game category, bigger streamers will notice, why are people playing this game? I want to play this game. Maybe there's something to this game. Why are people hosting, your game? I want to know what's going on with that, and they'll give it a shot.
And then do you want to talk a little about the Twitch meetup that's coming up?
Sort of. So I'm still going through planning. I spent the past 3 days writing this. So instead of focusing on planning it, but we have some time. Usually it's between 80 to 100 people. We're shooting for about 120 this time. We're capping at 120. It's at EXP Bar. I'm really close to here. And we just have it for the whole day from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. on a Sunday, November 15th. We do invite some devs to come out. If you want to come out, you can just send me an email. I haven't responded to any of them yet because I've been busy, but I will get in on that. And we'll also have a live stream at all times. I'm partnered with some of the Twitch staff on this, they really, really heavily support this. In fact, a couple of them are flying up just to see how it's going. And they send me swag to give out as well. You, I believe I've seen there with your lovely wife.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really nice scene.
Yeah, and it's just good to connect with the streamers and just kind of see what the personalities are out there. Most of them will be non-partnered and really excited just to talk to you because, oh my God, a dev. And there will also be some partner streamers there as well, both dedicated and variety. So it's just kind of good to see the temperature of Vancouver. On top of that, we really love supporting our local devs. We really do. In fact, the week before the last meetup, I did nothing but stream Vancouver indie games just the entire week, just for the heck of it.
All right, well, thank you so much. Thank you, Suddenly Clara. That was great.
Suddenly Clara.
Seriously, Clara.